We are Southeastern 14, presented by Stakes. Continuing our previews of bowl games, today we've got Mississippi State and Illinois in a game that I don't even know where to begin. Obviously, State was affected by the tragic death of Coach Mike Leach, the second death that program has endured this year. Illinois team that had a surprisingly good season. Brett Bielema has done an excellent job there, but in addition just to the strangeness hanging over this game with the death of Mike Leach, we've also got lots of important players who aren't playing in this one too, Blake.
Here's the deal. All right, we preview every SEC game. I'm just going to say this up front because what do we say here? Like, this is not this is unlike any other game we previewed. We're doing it because, quite honestly, we kind of we try to stay true to what we say in terms of we try to preview every game. We give you the information, but I don't know what else we say about the fact that, again, this is a situation where you have a team that's lost its head coach. And I just don't know that the numbers, the data, the season stats, all that stuff that we'll bring up just to give you the information, as we always do. I don't know what else you say about it. Like, it is what it is. It's numbers, it's data, but this game is just I think for Mississippi State, this is way more than that. And it's one of those games that, again, we know everyone out there is gonna look at these games and break them down and that kind of stuff. But, like, this is such a unique situation that, I mean, I don't even know what to say really, because it is such a unusual kind of setup here. So just want to kind of preface that up front that we're going to preview this the way we preview every game, but obviously we know that this is a bit different. So.
Yeah, Illinois' offense this year wasn't great. State's defense was very respectable. Illinois averaged 25.4 points a game. State gave up 24.2. Illinois lost 11 fumbles. State recovered 11. State had 14 picks, and Illinois threw 5. State registered 24 sacks, and Illinois gave up 21. On rushing plays, Illinois averaged 4.6 yards a carry. State gave up 4.8 on passing plays. Illinois averaged 6.2 yards per play, and State gave up 5.6. But that's only part of the story. I know Colin Duncan out for Mississippi State, their longtime safety, and I think Illinois is missing a few key guys there too, Blake.
Well, I mean, they're missing the key guy, and Chase Brown, who I think about a week ago declared for the draft, opted out of the bowl game. One of those that's probably not that surprising when you consider that he had 328 carries and 1,643 yards, 10 touchdowns, had 27 receptions, had 3 touchdowns there too. So, really the most dynamic player on their offense is not going to be playing in this game. So that is certainly significant and worth noting. But yeah, I mean, that's, like we said, that just kind of comes with the territory of these bowl games. And so that's a significant, significant subtraction from the Illinois offense that certainly relied on Chase Brown quite a bit. Like I said, in terms of just look at the number of carries and just look at the number of touches he had, basically, when you add in the receiving number. So that makes things a little bit more interesting when it comes to, I think, the approach for this Illinois offense.
Yeah, and Illinois averaged 41 running plays and 32 passing plays. So you know what they'd like to do when they've got everybody there, but they don't. The State is not a team you really want to throw on, not just the picks, but the fact that State can bring those back the other way. It's going to be a weird matchup. It gets even weirder on the other side of the ball in some ways. But before we do that, a quick word to our presenting sponsor, Stakes. You can predict sports better than the crowd for a chance to win NFTs. With Stakes, players can cement their sports predictions against friends, other fans, and influencers forever. Don't let your sports genius go overlooked. Join Stakes and have the best predictions captured in the moment. Go to playwithstakes.com/14. Use the invite code Southeastern14 and get a double welcome bonus. Okay, when State's got the ball, the Bulldogs ran a little more than they did some years, but State averaged 32.7 points a game. Illinois only gave up 12.3. That's amazing in this day and age of college football. State lost 10 fumbles. Illinois recovered 7. Illinois had 22 interceptions. Goodness. State threw only 7. Rushing plays, State averaged 6 yards a rush. That's crazy. It's better than people think, I think. Illinois gave up 4, and State averaged 5.7 per pass play, and Illinois gave up 4.5. This is one of the most stout defenses in the country. State without Ray Thomas, or excuse me, Ra Thomas, probably its best receiver. And without Dylan Johnson, too, I think, one of their better running backs. Another one of these things where Illinois out some key guys too, Blake. I don't know what to make of this.
No, I mean, it's, it's hard to know because, again, like you said, it's a leading receiver for Mississippi State and Thomas, and Johnson had 488 yards on the ground, and it certainly was, he had quite a few receptions as well, just given how they ran their offense. So yeah, I mean, those are, again, significant guys who are not going to be playing in this game, and but at the same time, I mean, we can we can talk about the rushing numbers and such, but we know that kind of how the offense was run and under Mike Leach, and they want to pass the ball, and I think that's what they'll do here. And but like you said, it is a very good Illinois defense. I mean, you just look at the numbers, and my goodness, just in so many different areas and what they were able to do this season. Giving up 12.3 points per game, just a pretty remarkable thing when you think about it. So so all of that combined to say, yeah, I don't really know what to expect here, because you do have a pretty, like I said, a pretty stout defense, but it is one that I think when you look at kind of, on that side of the ball for Illinois, who is it? I think it's Sidney Brown, Devin Weatherspoon. Those guys have opted out, and you're talking about guys that Brown had 59 tackles. That was second on the team.
And 6 picks.
Yeah, 6 picks, has the most on the team. Witherspoon had 42 tackles. I think he was their 6th leading tackler. So yeah, I mean, all those things that certainly matter in a game like this. So yeah, it's not unlike, like I said, it's really, when you talk about just key guys not playing, we've said that so much in a lot of these bowl games, and you certainly have the same thing here with that. So
yeah, a couple other things to think about in a second. But first, a quick shout to our sponsor, BROTHROW, which lets you bet on all 50 states. If you think betting $11 to win 10 stinks, BROTHROW is a place that you need to be, because you can bet 10 to win 10. It's not the house, so all bettors have a fair chance of winning. It's the only sports betting platform that doesn't take a cut of every bet. No deposit money, no deposit minimums. No minimum bets, no need to connect bank accounts. Bettors pay each other directly. It's a hassle-free sign-up process that lets you get in the action in seconds. Go to brothrow.com/SE14 to sign up. Once you're there, request to be in our group at Southeastern 14. We'll let you in. Have some fun with the people who sponsor our channel. And again, it is a wonderful alternative if you like to put money on games. Well, if you like to put money on games, my goodness, I don't know what to tell you here. A few more things to consider, though. Penalty yards. Illinois 63 a game, State 61. FEI special teams rating, State one of the better special teams in the country. Number 4 overall in FEI's ratings. Illinois at 74. Strength of schedule, State one of the better ones in the country. Number 6 according to ESPN's FPI. Illinois 52. Yeah, and our Southeastern 14 composite rankings, Illinois ranked 20th and Mississippi State ranked 18th. That's some computers that we like averaged together. Okay, the over-under on this game should be 47.3 based on what the teams did during the season, but that's kind of irrelevant given all the variables here. Over-under 44.5 in this game. The line, Illinois favored by 1.5, which means Illinois should win around 23-22. Blake, I've got no idea. What do you have here?
Well, you're silly if you think I'm picking against Mississippi State in this game.
Yeah.
Given everything at play, I just think, again, like we said, this is such a unique situation, and I would be stunned if Zach Arnett does not have this team, ready to play here. And I think when you consider, like we said, Illinois' got a couple key guys out in the secondary, I think that's significant against a team, like we said, that really wants to pass the ball. And so those Illinois defensive stats are certainly, like we said, I mean, they're so impressive. But when you take, 2 guys like that out of the equation, your top pick guy, It makes things a little bit easier, I think, with the offensive approach. Not to say it's going to be easy for Mississippi State, but certainly it makes it a little easier. And but again, there's like I said at the start, I mean, this goes beyond the numbers and everything like that. And as we said, we're picking this game because we picked every game this season, even though this is under the most, unusual of circumstances. But I just, like I said, there's no way I'm picking against Mississippi State here. I think that I mean, Chris, as we talked about, and I mean, this is at Raymond James Stadium, right? Like, and Blaine brought this up. Like, there's an actual pirate there.
pirate
Like, come
ship.
on. Like, what else can you say? I mean, I just think you're going to have Mississippi State. Like, this will be one of the most watched games to me because I think the emotion is going to be there, and certainly emotion's always a big factor in college athletics. But this is, as we said, for different reasons here, and I really do. Like, I think Illinois is a good team, and like we said, those defensive numbers are just ridiculous. But to me, this is Mississippi State's chance to come out and win a game for their head coach, and I tend to think that's what will happen here.
Yeah, and the heart of what Illinois does just got really cut out on both sides with those two DBs out, with the running back out who was all world for them, and that hurts. But anyway, not our most jointed preview ever, I guess a good way to say it, just because of all these circumstances. And we waited till the last minute to do this one for all the reasons that if you've gotten this far. Thank you for watching. If you hit that subscribe button, you get notifications anytime we do live streams or put up new videos. If you enable those features. He's Blake Lovell. I'm Chris Lee. We're Southeastern 14. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.